Good morning, everyone. Boy, what a beautiful morning. I woke up earlier, quite a long time ago, and you know, when you're inside a tent, you're nice and warm, and things look bright from inside. Looking out, especially in my Mountain 25 over there. It's real bright looking from inside out. But you opened up the fly and looked outside, and boy, there's a good blanket of snow on the ground compared to what was going on yesterday, which was pretty much a good day. There was no wind. 2 days before that, the winds were 30 to 40 mile an hour gust, and it was crazy. I literally, this tent collapsed a couple times. It's kind of high profile. Anyhow, it's a winter wonderland here today. I don't know how long this will last. It's supposed to be in the 40s and 50s. Excuse me, for the next few days. Anyhow, see the operation here is covered in snow and ice, and have a fat chance of putting material through that today. Everything's kind of froze up. We got this all worked out. When I get back to town, I'm talking to an investor about getting an excavator out here, and I'm pretty sure that sometime next week, here soon, we're going to have some sort of heavy equipment over here to aid in getting these large rocks out. They are huge. They're getting bigger as we go deeper, and that's all a good sign. There's a lot of gold coming out of here. In the last week, we've pulled a ½ ounce out of here. That's just using a pick and a shovel. 2 guys working a long time. I'll walk down here with you guys. This is my water line. You can't see it, but it's in the snow here, and it runs all the way to the Jefferson River. I've cut across the state park property here because of the fire that I had here, the wildfire that came through here, burned up a bunch of my water line. So I've had to come across the state park property here, and every night after I shut the operation down, I drain this hose out. Boy, am I glad I did that last night, because we ran probably 2 front end loaders full of material through the Long Tom. Ran quite a bit of water uphill, and I was worn out, and at the end of the night I hunkered my way down here on my mountain bike and emptied this water line out. As you can see, it's, you know, a lot of people might think, God damn it, it snowed, you can't mine in this. And you know, when I look at this, I feel blessed that I can open up the flap of my tent, and this is what I see. And I just don't know of anybody that wouldn't want to have a place. Hang on, I'm going down the hill. That they can call their own. I mean, this is my gold claim. I searched a long time for it, researched it, and finally found it, and it is a spectacular piece of property, and it's on the Jefferson River, which I guess if everybody can see this, it is coming up. It's the gravel bar down there is gone. Typically you can walk right down along that water there. Like my water pump and everything here is still intact. There's the pump. So, this river is a major watershed. Runs for another 20 miles till it hits Three Forks, Montana, where it meets with the Gallatin and the Madison River and form the Missouri, the headwaters of the Missouri River, which isn't very far from here. It's actually relatively pretty close. Strange to see the water fluctuating so much. It goes down, comes up, goes down. But being a victim of a wildfire, can't help but appreciate the fact that we're getting all this snow and all this moisture here before the summer hits, because summers in Montana are hot and dry. And this is a godsend to see stuff like this. Not only that, but it's just breathtakingly beautiful out here. Give everybody a quick look-see of what the area looks like here after spring snow in the mountains. Wind kicking up here, and hopefully it's not going to be one of those days where it's a blustery, windy day with the equipment and everything that I'm going to have to break down. Not anticipating breaking any of it down. I simply have to. I don't have a support facility here yet. I got a camper, a fifth wheel that is supposed to be here soon, and we're going to move it out, I think, to this flat spot right here on the property, right above the river, down from the operational ways, but eventually, for security reasons, I'll have to put cameras out here and rig them to my computer so that when I am, because you're out here alone, and believe you me, there's been plenty of warnings from people who live here all their life that not only do you got to watch for the wildlife, bears, moose, and you know, rattlesnakes in the summer, but you also got to watch out for people. There's people that'll come out here and harass somebody who's all by themselves, and that's why I carry a firearm more than anything. Anyhow, some of the holes here that this hole is an old latrine, I believe, because most of the material coming out of this unit here, the gold, is in all of this material here, and most of this material and this unit is rich in gold. But I don't like to dig it, and let me tell you why. Every time you get it wet, there's an extreme stench of uric acid. And it's my belief that this was a latrine, and there was, you can't see it now, there's rocks piled both sides, but there's a little wagon trail that came out to this spot, I believe, and also out to the flat there, which was where there was a huge building of some sort. There was a bucket line dredge sitting out here in the water back in 1903, I believe, is when it was in operation. It was put in out of Whitehall at the head of the canyon, and they just let it drift down after each operation until it finally ended up here in front of the claim here. And if you look out into the river there, you can see a little island. Well, that island out there is the tailing pile behind the bucket line dredge. So if you can imagine a conveyor belt dropping stuff off behind it there, and then a big barge sitting here with a big bucket coming down, a series of buckets revolving and going into the water and bringing out material that would be processed on the dredge, and then the tailing pile would be dumped out there. And I believe that the building that was right here is a support facility for the operation that they had out here. Now, this is historically called the New London Placer. The bucket line dredge was operated by a company called the New Deal company out of Colorado. And there are, you know, after the fire, you can see things that you just can't see with all the overgrowth. And the building was down here in this flat, which is where I'm going to put my support facility. It's got a beautiful view of the mountains around here. Lewis and Clark Cavern State Park right above my claim. The beautiful Jefferson Canyon, which is a look into a billion years of geologic history. The Jefferson River that Lewis and Clark used on their journeys. The beautiful gold-rich London Hills of Madison County. Now the center line of the river is the dividing line of the county. Jefferson County on this side, Madison County on this side. And this is an exhibit of some of the old holes that were put in here by early Chinese miners, probably, who were working on the railroads. There's the Milwaukee over there and the Northern Pacific right there, both of which border my claim here. And this is one of the operations that I'm going to start getting into. I'm not sure exactly of what this was here, but I think that they were mining on the leading edge of the property here. And this has always been grown over with brush and stuff, which would have taken me forever to get out of here. And now it's all exposed. So I put a soil cut here, soil profile here, trying to figure out exactly what's here. There's a lot of wind deposit and alluvial deposit here, but I haven't hit any rocks in this cutout. But I think that this was probably part of an operation that went on maybe after the bucket line dredge operation. Not sure, but it's on the leading edge of this beautiful piece of property here, and probably where I'm going to start another operation on this side of the property, which is one of the two places that you always want to look when you're placer mining, is the leading edge of a claim on a turn. and the backside, the eddy of a turn, both of which exist on this property and are part of the M&M Gold Placer, which, by the way, is soon to be changed and called the Burrhead Gold Placer. This is a nickname that was my grandfather's, and he was one of the people responsible for my yearning to come out west. Anyhow, this is the bank here. See that the water's up quite a bit. Some of the burned area over there, they got scorched. I was hoping possibly to see some wildlife down here while I was with everyone. There is a bald eagle flying up there. I don't know if everyone can see him there. And I guess some Canadians just flew by, and I'm surprised at the otters and that there's not a grizzly bear somewhere around. They'd specifically be out foraging after this fire. But I haven't seen any bear scat yet. Did see a small grizz over here last year. Scared the bejesus out of me. I was down on the water panning, and got the scare of my life. He was literally 25 yards away from me. Here's one of our other operations that we put on film earlier. Here they come. Here comes some Canadians. Going in for a landing. Well, folks, I'm going to head up and start figuring out what I'm going to do. I've got 2 more days that I can stay out here, but I'm not sure how much work I can get done in this situation. I'm wondering about the weather in Bozeman. It's always a lot worse up there, higher elevations, you know. Okay, Mark Robinson, explorer, prospector in the great state of Montana, speaking to everybody from the M&M Gold Placer in Jefferson County, Montana, on the Jefferson River. And be putting some more vids out there soon. And wanted to tell everybody that I'll make sure I show you a little picture of my poke here soon. It's getting pretty big, and that's always a good thing.